It's a new day, 5 a.m., and it's raining, of course. I didn't do much the previous day, stayed indoors. Even in the apocalypse, you need a lazy day, right? I mean, come on. The plan for today, it's similar to the last few days, perimeter clearing, and we're going to scope out the gas station. We really don't need food, and I'm a little bit worried about collecting more stuff. The more stuff we get, the harder it is to move bases to a more permanent location. If we choose to. I don't like this area too much that we're in. I don't know if I really want to make a base either. We spent the last, year wandering around, and before that, we spent the previous 9 years in the high school with everybody else. I've had my fill of, you know, hunkering down, and we seem to be able to do quite a bit on our own. So I'd kind of rather just move around a bit, and I feel like that's gonna be the plan. Of course, there's nothing wrong with leaving some loot and stuff, having a few places to crash for the night, having some food stocks here and there. Maybe have a house that has a walls up that we can grow some crops or something. But I think for the most part, maybe we'll be moving around a bit more, unless we find some people. At the moment, we haven't found anyone. When I was at the previous town, the high school, there was actually quite a few communities around where we were. Some of them were nice, some of them were not so nice. But there weren't too many people who were running it solo like we are. So we also ran into the issue of, bandits. Got to be careful about that. I've got some guns, but really shooting a gun is a bad idea. It's just going to attract all the zombies. But more importantly, firing a gun is going to attract more than zombies. It's going to alert anyone who is in the area to where we are, which isn't a great idea. I don't know anyone here. I haven't been here since the apocalypse started, so for all I know, these guys are going to be bandits themselves. Killed a lot of people setting up what they set up. Or maybe no one's here at all. I'm hoping to find some signs of some people that are alive still, but I got off topic. We would really like to move our base. I don't like the location we're in. This home has some bad memories for me as a kid. So, and plus all this sand and stuff here, it's just not great. I feel like we could really do better. Ever since I got to Riverside, I've been seeing these black hazmat suit zombies. A few of them have been carrying around chemicals, and some of them had some notes on how to assemble some equipment. I'm not really sure what's going on, what's up with that, but we keep seeing them, so I think there was maybe been a research lab or something here. I don't know anything about chemistry or first aid or anything, none of that nonsense. So this is all nothing to me. This gas station, though, I'm hearing quite a few zombies inside. It sounded like there was a zombie eating another zombie. I heard some munching noises. It also looks like someone was holed up here. Some of the windows are boarded up, and most of the stuff is gone. The shelves here are fairly empty. There's some stuff here and there, but eh, I'm all for eating, some snack food, but it's been 10 years, so this stuff is going to be stale. And, ugh. Nothing like eating 10-year-old chips or licorice. Well, the gas station's cleared. There wasn't a lot of stuff in there, but we've got some snackage. We loaded up. A little bit heavy at the moment, but we can keep going. I want to scope out this vehicle here and check out if there's any zombies hiding in between the pumps. They like to sort of hide in between the stuff where I can't quite see them. Always check the corners as we're, looking around. There was a guy I saw. We went out on a looting run, and he had just assumed that the building was empty, and he walked into a room without checking it first, and there's a zombie just sitting there on the ground. Got him right in the leg. That was a bad day. But one of the things we are looking for is a battery. If we can find a working battery, we can use that vehicle we found. I'm not so sure if I'm going to find a way across this new river. This didn't used to be here. The area flooded, seemingly. And I know the police station is across there. Also, I'm not sure if this is going to cut into downtown Riverside. I'll have to follow it deeper into town to really see what's going on here. So this is a Spiffos. I've killed quite a few of the zombies that were in and around the area, but this is a restaurant my family loved. We used to come here every Friday. Kind of miss those days, but actually, when I think back on it, it almost feels like that was another life. You know, it's been so long since any of that has ever happened that I don't know. It just feels like it didn't even exist. It feels like these zombies are all I know anymore. I really don't want to be the person to die or become a zombie in a mascot outfit. I feel like out of all of the ways that I could have been infected, at work wearing the Spiffo uniform perhaps is one of the worst. It's just zombies everywhere in Riverside. I'm not sure what this is, what is going on here. When we were in the community, hanging out in the high school, we would send guys in, and I was a part of that group too, that would go in to loot some of the town's food stocks, or picking up nails or tools or anything like that. Maybe picking up a car. There were never this many zombies. These zombies may have seemingly drifted down from Louisville. I'm not sure. We stayed away from the large towns. It seemed like a death trap. Going into those big cities like that, there were just so many people. All those people are zombies now, so we're dead. I'm not sure what the military did. There were some rumors going around that the government bombed some of the cities. Just, wiped them off the face of the planet. Just a big old crater in the ground now. Seems a little extreme, but then again, I don't know. I don't know what the right decision would be, They're going to turn into zombies, but a bunch of them weren't zombies. I don't know. There's a bunch of cars here. I'm just going to check out the condition of these vehicles, see if we can find anything useful. We really are looking for a battery. I'm not really after much else other than that. If I had a battery, we'd have a vehicle, and we could use that vehicle to head into town real quick, like see where my parents' home is, see if anyone's there, any sign of anyone really. Well, change of plans. I did not find a battery, but someone left behind a bike. Hey, this is better than a car. It's quiet, We don't need a battery. We don't need fuel. Why not, right? In all these zombie shows and media I consumed, never see guys riding bikes. Always driving cars around. Never on a bike. I feel like a bike would be the superior thing to do here, I stopped back at home, deposited a bunch of our stuff. I'm heading back to the cop car. because there was a tire pump in the cop car. Now that we got this bike, I feel like maybe keeping a tire pump on hand might be a wise decision if we want to survive and not, you know, get a flat tire going down the road with a horde of zombies shuffling after us, trying to eat our butt. And yeah, I know. We really don't need more food. But that's the buildings that are around us. It's just where we are. So we're fairly close to home. I've also got the bike now. I may as well just throw this stuff in my bag, take it back home. I don't need the food personally, but you know, one of the things we found out over those 10 years was having these extra supplies is actually pretty good because we can trade with the other communities in the area. So if I've got a bunch of food and I don't need it, maybe I can trade it with people nearby. If anyone is nearby. Everything's looted. Again, we're a little bit heavy, but these guys are... I want to err on the safe side here. These zombies do shuffle around. They follow noises. And our temporary home right now is right down the road, honestly. These guys are just a little close, so I'm here. We still got a little bit of daylight. We may as well just kill them. You know, take them out. Well, remember what I was saying about firing a gun? There's definitely people here. A few, because that was several guns. That was fairly close. It sounded like it was coming from the north of me, which would put them across the river. So there must be a way across, unless they're just using a boat. I mean, we could just swim across too, honestly. Not that I really want to. There was this thing. There's this story. Someone said that there were zombies don't drown. They sort of just hang out at the bottom of the lake. And there's these people who went swimming. And the zombies were able to, they were stuck in the muck down under the water, right? When they swam across the top, it disturbed the zombies, and they were reaching up and they grabbed one of them and pulled him down. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. But we know there's people here. We're going to investigate that tomorrow, I think. Another new day. The rain has finally stopped. I'm biking my way north. We're going to have to fight our way through a lot of these zombies, but this is where I heard the gunfire coming from. Hopefully, this is a community. We'll have to be a little bit careful. We'll keep an eye out for any structures that look like people are hanging out in them, and then we'll slowly approach. We kind of have to play it by ear. You can't necessarily trust everyone you see, but then again, you know, we can't just go up and kill anyone we see as well. That's just wrong. I don't like doing that. But there's a lot of people who do that. So we have to be careful. So when we approach these people, we got to make sure that they're all right. And the only way we can do that is hopefully opening up a dialogue and see if our spider sense starts tingling or not, you know? I can just barely make out some wooden walls way up there through the fog. So I'm assuming if there is anybody out and about, they're probably up there, because those look like walls that were added on to a building and not pre-apocalypse construction. There's kind of a way to be able to tell, you know, you see some stuff built up after the apocalypse. It's not really as nice as all that stuff pre-apocalypse, you know? Most people like living in buildings that were made pre-apocalypse, because that stuff afterwards is just It's drafty, cold, you know? Come wintertime, really wish you were in a nice brick home. Before I head up closer to where I think those people might be, I want to check out this store. This was here when I used to live here. It was a clothing store, and they sold some odds and ends. I remember them keeping some tools. We are a little short on supplies, so I would love to check it out to see if there's anything back here we could really use. Yeah, I didn't really find anything useful back there. I'm gonna make my way closer to those people. Um, well, if there is anybody there, I'm gonna head towards the direction of the gunfire that we heard last night. I know that's probably a terrible idea, but hey, here we go, right?